Hi guys, it's Elle. Welcome back to my channel, and today we are doing something really fun, and I am super excited to do this. We're gonna get in on the fun. I'm sure you've seen it all over YouTube where beauty gurus are doing other beauty gurus' makeup looks, and I just think it's so much fun. It's fun to see the looks that they're creating, commentary, and so everything I am doing today, I'm going to forget about all my makeup techniques, but I am really excited to do Angie's makeup tutorial from her channel. Is called Hot and Flashy. I'm sure you guys know who she is. I respect her greatly, and I'm just super excited to recreate this. So if you are excited, hang tight, hit the subscribe button, give me a thumbs up, and let's do it. All right, so today we're going to be doing her warm copper spring makeup tutorial. I just thought it would be fun to have a little bit of not so seriousness about makeup, if I can say that. I think that makeup should be playful, have a great time while you're doing it, and so why not get in on this trend and try somebody else's makeup tutorial. So again, all my makeup kind of knowledge, I just want to go out the window because I want to see how she does things. You know, we all can get new tips from anyone, and something I heard recently somebody say is remain teachable, and I really highly believe in that. So let's get to it. All right, so I have her video all ready to rock and roll. I did watch this once just to make sure that I have all of the products that she does, and not necessarily, I didn't really watch it, I just wanted to make sure I had some of the products. I do have some of them, I don't have them all, but we are going to recreate this beautiful look that she did with one of my very favorite palettes by Smashbox in Ablaze. All right, let's do it. Okay.
Hey everybody, it's Angie and welcome to Hot and Flashy.
I love how she says that.
In today's video, I'm going to do a tutorial for you on
and her
this
eyes
makeup
are
look.
so beautifully blue. I wish mine were that color.
A couple of videos about a month ago. I'm sorry it's taking me so long to make the tutorial.
Right.
I didn't actually film the eyeshadow when I did it, and so it's been kind of on the back burner and something that I've been meaning to get to, and finally have gotten around to it. So this eyeshadow look I did using the Smashbox Cover Shot palette in Ablaze. This is a beautiful, warm, super warm palette. I actually picked this up just before the holidays in the drawn-in, decked-out shadow and highlight set. This is a great set, really great value. This is still available, and you get 3 palettes for $39, where normally this Ablaze palette retails
deal.
for $29.
So if you guys
I've been using all
look
the
for that
palettes
deal
for months now, and I absolutely love them.
You know I love
Really
Smashbox
well.
palettes.
The color payout is really great, and they last all day. And of course, all the tips and tricks will be for the hooded eyes, which
hooded
now
eyes.
I've been using the New Face so much, I don't really have like the hoods
New Face. Gosh, I've tried that before. It doesn't really work for me, but Angie, I'm going to try it again because you suggested it.
So just getting the eyeshadow, you know, like way in there and digging it, the darkest colors into the crease,
digging it in there.
Medium transition color above really helps to disguise anything that's puffy or kind of falling forward as we get older. So let's hop right into the tutorial.
Okay.
I'm going to start with the eyes first.
Eyes.
I like to put my makeup on that way so that if there's any fallout, I can just brush it away.
You and me both, girl. You and me both.
So the first step is always to apply my eyeshadow primer.
I have that.
Too Faced Shadow Insurance. This is great, especially for people whose eyelids are less than perfect, who maybe are a little saggy, a little crepey. It really helps to smooth out the eyelids and give you a nice, perfect palette for applying your eyeshadow.
Let's do this.
I just press that all over my lids with the tips of my fingers, but it can crease a little bit if you put on too much, so I always make sure that I just rub my finger across the center of my crease to remove any excess primer so that I won't get a crease there. This will keep my eyeshadow crease-free and in place all day. Next, I'm going to use my IT Cosmetics All Over Shader brush and Relaxed from the palette.
Okay, the white watercolor.
On the movable part of my lid so that I have a nice light base coat towards the inner corner of my eye.
And she's using patting motions. I like that. And I love using this color all over.
Up above the crease so that I have a nice thin coat of powder that I can blend all the other eyeshadows into. This also helps to even out the skin tone of the eyelid and disguise any veins or freckles that are there. Next, I'm going to pick up the color Nirvana with my MAC 221 brush. I'm just taking the tiniest bit of
Do same
pigment
brush
on the tip of the brush, tapping it off. I find that it helps to hold the brush by the end rather than up close to the bristles.
That is actually a really good tip. Making sure you hold your brush towards the end of the brush is going to give you a more feather-like stroke. It's also going to be less pressure on the eyes, and it'll really help you with blending. So I agree.
By the end, it gives you a lighter touch. So I'm just digging the brush into the farthest outside corner of my eye at the deepest part of the crease.
All right.
And that's where I want to start using any color from that's medium to a dark shade.
All
and
right.
Just working with the tiniest little circular motions, just starting to blend it out there. Want to make sure that you keep an imaginary line between the outer corner of your eye.
You know, we talk about that.
Eyebrow, and your eyeshadow shouldn't go below that. Everything should be inside that line and keeping kind of an upward
she's kind of pulling down
shape,
here
and
into
then
the crease,
going across, creating that outer V. Next, I'm going to use my Beauty Junkies Pro Taper blending brush and just give that a little blend. Next, I'm using my Sigma E56 brush and the color Throwback,
it's
and
flat
I'm just
brush.
patting my brush into the pan, picking up color on one side of the brush only, and then I'm just tapping that color at the outer corner of my eyelid, working back and forth into the palette and building up color at the outer third of my eyelid.
Okay.
Going back to the Beauty Junkies Pro Taper blending brush and blending that out using small circular motions and keeping the brush deep into the crease. I don't want to bring that too high up above the crease. I do want it to get a little bit up there so that it does help to disguise the skin that folds forward above the crease.
And the one thing with this brush that has nothing on it that you're blending with, if your eye is a little bit smaller, use a smaller brush. She's using quite a large brush, and that might diffuse it more than you need it to. So for me, I'm just using a smaller brush because I do have a smaller lid area than she does. So I'm just taking this more detailed brush for my eye shape. So brushes are really important, how big or small you get them, and you know, depending upon your eye shape. Okay.
And I'm also drawing that
she's doing
down
underneath.
below my lower lashes. Next, I'm going to use my Sigma E47 brush and the color Torch.
All right.
Next, I'm going to use my Sigma E47
I'm just going to use a flat brush again.
I'm going to, again, just pick up color using the one side of the brush, tap it off, and I'm going to apply that to the center of my eyelid below the crease. I'm going to go back to my Beauty Junkies Pro Tapered blender, and I'm just going to blend that out. Picking up a little bit with my finger, I'm going to use
this one.
Just put that at the inner corner of my eye to bring some lightness there.
All right, I like that.
Back to the Pro Tapered blending brush again to blend that out as well.
Okay.
Use the same brush again, and the color Dark Horse. I'm going to apply a little bit of that dark brown color at the outer corner to deepen up the look at the outer corner and add more depth to it. So I'm just working that color at an angle from the deepest part of the crease down to the eyelashes.
Okay.
And then using the Beauty Junkies Pro Taper blending brush again, just blending that out with small circular motions.
I love that she goes in with the clean brush.
I'm going to use my Sonia Kashuk number 129 brush to wipe away any fallout.
Oh, hold on.
Next we'll move on to eyeliner.
Oh my goodness.
First eyeliner for the lower waterline is my Sephora Contour
Okay,
Brushed Metal Gel
so
eyeliner.
she has like a eyeliner for the waterline that has a little bit of like, it looks like a kind of shimmery white color. I don't have anything like that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the Kat Von D lip liner because Kat Von D's products are all eye safe. And this is the one I like to use. This is in Swanee.
It's waterproof and it's in the color Silver Coin. I just run that along my lower lash line. Then I'm going to use my Sephora Contour Pencil in Tiramisu.
Okay.
And that's also
I'm going to have, I don't have the Sephora collection one, but I do have the Makeup Forever Aqua XL liner in M60, which is a brown, which is kind of like tiramisu. And I'm going to tight line just like her. She is like a pro at tight lining that.
Inner corner to the outer corner. I'm using the blob technique, which is
blob technique.
I just leave a big blob of eyeliner at the outer corner.
And
then I use a small angled brush to pull the eyeliner out and up towards the outer corner of my eyebrow, and that kind of gives me a little wing or a template for my liquid liner.
Oh, all right. Okay. I did not know about this blob technique. Comment below if you knew about this blob technique. Let's try this. Okay. So I'm going to put a blob right here on the outer corner. I don't know if it's supposed to be on the inside waterline, the blob. Okay, see? Learning new things, learning new things. All right, I'm going to take an angled brush, and then I'm going to take that blob and go in an outside angle. Okay. All right, I see you, Angie. Okay. All right. So this is supposed to be your guide for your eyeliner. All right. Okay. So when you're doing that, you want to still use the guideline of your bottom lash line to bring this out so you have the right angle, because if you go right from the blob, you can go straight up and that's not where you want it. You want it at this outside angle. Also, I might have gone in with the tight line first and then the new kind of naked colored eyeliner on the bottom, just so they don't mix together. So it's a little bit more pure. All right. All right. Going on.
Liquid liner today, I'm going to be using Clinique Pretty Easy.
I don't have Clinique, but I have the L'Oreal one.
Do it on camera, so I'm going to do that.
She's going to do it off camera. Okay, I'll be right back. All right, you guys, so I am back. I have to tell you that I am not a fan of liquid liner. It just never, ever looks that great, but I really like how this actually turned out. I think the eye makeup looks really pretty, and I love her little technique about the like blob thing. So let's get to the rest of it.
Camera, and I will be right back.
All right.
The last step is mascara. I'm using Estee Lauder Sumptuous.
I don't have that, but I have the new Benefit one.
Put on mascara, so I'm just going to speed through this part. All right, let's move on to the brows. For the eyebrows today, I'm going to use It Cosmetics Your Brows But Better.
All right.
And first, I'm just going to use the spoolie on one end to comb my brows up.
I have It Cosmetics Universal
to fill in my brows and redefine the shape. So my brows tend to be a little bit far apart. So I'm going to draw some hairs on the insides and create more of a rectangular shape at the start.
Okay, I like that.
Fill in from the underneath so that it's not such an arch there. Make them a little bit fuller.
Okay.
I'm going to go starting not at the inner corner, but about a third of the way across, and define the top edge.
Okay.
And then I'm just going to add a little bit onto the tail for the length, and then I'm just going to fill in with the pencil using the lightest little strokes, and this is a nice universal color. And at the end, I'm just going to brush through all that with the spoolie so that it blends it all together.
No brow gel, Angie? Okay, whoa, the girl, she is quick. Literally quickest brow ever. I actually haven't used this brow pencil in a very long time, and I'm liking it. All right, it's stressing me out that I don't have eyebrow gel on right now, but that is okay. So now we're going in with, she said, on a small detailing brush. So I will use the Morphe E35, and we're going into the white color right here. And where does she put it?
And just define the underside of the brow with that light color. It's not shimmery, but it adds a little highlight at the brow bone. All right, let's start in on...
So I totally agree with this. I just like to use either a cream product for this, so it doesn't, like if this falls, it's going to fall all over my lashes and what I've already done. So I like to use a cream product like the Benefit Highbrow or the Anastasia Eye Base. Or I like to really make sure that this is as highlighted as possible before I even start the shadow. But to compete with those beautiful lashes she has, I want to put up one more coat on. Okay. All right, so now she's actually going in with primer. Wow, so that's interesting. She goes in with primer not at the beginning, which is so interesting, so it has time to sit. But let's get to it. So she's using
on the face for primer.
The Catrice. Okay.
This is a mattifying primer.
I'm going to use the Origins one.
I think. And so I'm just going to take the tiniest little pea size amount of that, and I'm just going to put it where I have enlarged pores.
I love it.
Texture to my skin. Just going to rub that in. And
you really should be patting that in, but let's just do it.
using Chanel Perfection Lumiere Velvet. This is my Holy Grail foundation. I love it. So I just drip about 7 drops of the foundation onto the back of my hand. And
so I don't have that foundation, so I'm going to be using my Derma Blend.
So it's so super easy and so quick. It blends in beautifully, and it just gives me the right amount of coverage. Not too heavy. It doesn't look like makeup. It looks very skin-like. So anyway, love this foundation. For the under eye concealer.
Hold on. Oh, geez, oh, Pete's. She is so fast. I know she's edited it, but okay. So I've applied this foundation with my hands many times. You only need very little bit, but this foundation also looks just like skin as well. And I'm going to go, oh, she didn't go over her lips. Elle, she went all the way up with her foundation under her eyes. So we're going to do that as well. So as you guys know, this is my Holy Grail foundation right now, but it's usually mixed with something, but I didn't want to change this tutorial too much, I guess, because she doesn't really mix her foundation with anything, so we just went straight onto the skin. Oh, love that foundation. How pretty that foundation looks.
For the under eye concealer today, I'm using Lancome Epicerne.
Okay, don't have that. I'm going to use It Cosmetics Bye Bye Under Eye because it's very similar consistency.
Travel size Sephora Pro lip brush.
Tiny bit.
I like this for applying my under eye concealer. I just squeeze out a little dab on the back of my hand, and then I pick up a tiny amount with the brush.
Okay.
As you can see, I don't really use a ton of concealer.
All right.
Once you get to be a little bit older.
All right, so she just put it right here. And I agree, as we age, we don't need as much concealer. I like this concealer because it's waterproof and doesn't necessarily need to be set if you don't want it to. Okay, so she put it here, a little bit onto her nose, like this, and then she just taps it in. I like using your fingers for the under eye concealer. Really, really melts the product into the skin and really works it into any fine lines that you might have underneath the eye. And I love how she didn't go all the way out because she doesn't need it. She has no discoloration under that eye hardly. And so if you don't have discoloration underneath that eye that needs to be covered up, don't do it. All right. Love that. You know, it's so fun to see other people's techniques because I rarely do my concealer like this, but I really, really love how it's looking. So I'm super into this.
My favorite setting powder.
Okay, I have the same one.
Cosmetics Bye Bye Pores HD powder.
Got it.
Sprinkle a little bit in the cap.
Okay, now,
use my e.l.f.
where's she
blush
putting it?
brush
Oh, she's putting it straight under the eye.
The powder, I tap it off back.
Okay, so she says use it on a smaller brush into the cap. I know that trick. We're going to try this because this powder I have not used in so long because it's just as too drying for me in the past. So let's just see how this looks in her technique of just kind of tapping it under the eye. All right. Okay. Let's finish the rest of the face with this.
Into the cap so all the excess falls back in. And then I just press
real quick though,
left on the brush.
Do you see how this kind of diminishes the brightness whenever you use this powder? So that's why I like to use the Hourglass powders because it gives a little bit of brightness and a little bit of luminosity to the under eye area. So, but just, you know, each their own. Okay, let's continue.
My eyes, I use a little bit more of the powder to smooth out the skin between my eyebrows.
All right.
Put it on wherever I have enlarged pores or
okay.
textured skin. I find that this really
and tapping motions, which I love. That's a good technique.
Once the brush is pretty much empty, I just go back over the places that I put it and dust away any excess powder. For bronzer and blush today, I'm going to be using the Flawlessly Ever After palette from Makeup Geek.
All right. That looks like a beautiful palette. I should get that palette, whatever palette she's using by Makeup Geek. It's super pretty. But we're just going to go in with the same brush. This is a Morphe E45, and I'm going actually in with the It Cosmetics Youth Sculpted palette because it doesn't have the blush in it, but it has a lot of the similar colors that she's using.
Lady. I'm
okay,
using
so
my
we're going to this one.
Soft
contour.
To the bronzer.
Okay.
and quickly and easily kind of contour slash bronze. So I start up at my hairline, and using this fluffy brush, I just kind of fluff it around my hairline, drawing it in a diagonal line from the center of my forehead down to the outside of my eyebrows.
Okay.
Then I put a little bit more at the bottoms of my cheekbones.
Oh, she taps it. Okay, she taps it.
Create that lift without
she
doing
taps it. Interesting.
total contour there, but it still just gives you that little bit of shadow under there to lift the cheekbones. Then I do a little bit underneath my jaw. And with whatever's left on the brush, I don't dip back into the palette.
Ooh, she taps
I just do a little quick contouring on the
Okay.
sides of my nose.
Okay.
Then I'm going to use the blush from the same palette.
Okay.
And I start high on my cheekbones at the back towards my hairline.
Tart.
And just apply that very subtly, drawing it
She
forward.
taps
and then
this
I just blend
in.
it towards the front and down into the bronzer. Then
Okay.
for my highlighter, I'm going to use the Smashbox Spotlight palette from the Drawn In Decked Out kit. I'm going to use my Beauty Junkies Pro highlighter brush, and I'm just going to dust that at the tops of my cheekbones.
So she goes all the way from here to here and around here.
Eyebrows, tip of my nose,
tip of her nose,
my...
and our chin. Okay, so I'm going to actually use this Morphe 501 brush. I'm going to go in the same It Cosmetics palette into the Radiant Highlight. And she does the highlight over the blush, okay. Really, I love this little palette. I always forget I have it. Okay, so, but she brings it down here onto the apples of the cheeks. Okay, and then she uses it up here. All right. She said tip of her nose, which I don't love to do. But we're just gonna do that. Okay, and then she said on her chin. Okay. A little bit more probably than I needed. All right, fantastic. She already has her lip. Does she have her lipstick on? Let's see. Let's wait.
All right, I've been letting my lips moisturize.
She's letting her lips moisturize. I should have done that.
Put on my lip liner, which is the Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On Lip Pencil.
Okay, wait.
In color Naked.
Okay, wait. Okay, wait. Wait a minute. I have it. Okay, wait. So I don't have the Urban Decay lip pencil that she's talking about, but I do have the Pop Cosmetics lip pencil, and this is in a similar color. This is Pout on Point. Okay, so let's just see if she has any other tips.
I'm just going to line my lips with that to even out my lip line.
Okay, wait. Here we go. Lip liner. These lip liners I'm super into right now. They're so good. Okay, now what is she doing?
Now my lip line, I use the NYX Wonder Pencil. This comes in a
NYX Wonder Pencil.
shades, so you get a shade to match your skin tone.
Oh.
I have the medium, and then I apply that outside the lip liner that I just put on the corners of my mouth to really define and sharpen up those lines.
Oh, okay, wait a minute. Okay, so she uses a flesh tone pencil that matches her skin tone to kind of clean up the edge of her lipstick, which is very interesting because what I have always done, especially for more red carpet and events and things of that nature, I use concealer. But let's see what happens if I use the same pencil that I used in my waterline, because it basically is my flesh tone. I just find it really interesting that she doesn't blend it out or anything, so let's just try it. So this is a little bit lighter than my skin, so I do have to blend it in just so it doesn't look crazy. This also might help stop feathering as well. So I like this tip. This tip also will not only kind of perfect your lip liner, but it also will make your lips look a little fuller because this is being kind of highlighted around it. So it's going to pop your lips out a little bit. So I love it. I've never done that before with a pencil. What? Love it. Love it. Okay, she's going in with lipstick. Okay.
And the lipstick that you guys all liked so much was the Urban Decay Vice lipstick in the color Fuel, and this is from the Naked Heat collection. All right, so the finished makeup look I think is really pretty. I think it's really pretty. It could actually work for spring or fall.
I love it. I love it. Okay, so that is super fun. I really, really love how this has turned out. The only thing that I'm missing personally is a little bit of setting spray to bring back some glow to my skin, but we're not doing that because Angie didn't do it, so we're not doing it. But I do love this lip color. I wear this lip a lot. I really, really, really love this. I just had such a good time doing her tips. I really am going to start kind of doing my concealer like this a little bit more often. I think it's beautiful, especially when I use a foundation like this one that you can use all over the face, something that's very, very, very lightweight that I feel comfortable bringing up underneath my eyes. And I love the tip about the lip pencil around the lips instead of using a concealer. So yay! And there's no mascara on the bottom lashes. I don't know if that's something that she normally does or doesn't, but that does not bother me at all. I think it looks great just as it is. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this. This was so much fun, and I hope that this has been enjoyable for you, and maybe you learned some new tips along the way. If you haven't heard of Angie from her channel called Hot and Flashy, check her out. She is super fun and very relatable and has some really great techniques, and she does a lot of things where she's tested several types of products, devices, things like that through over time to give you a really great test of how it actually works. All right, you guys, thank you so much for being here, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Lots of love from me to you. Mwah. Bye, you guys.